So on the train on the way back from Stevenage, 5-0 results, and I know, I'm not going to make a big deal of the result. It's more important about the sort of what we've seen in the game and the performance that some players have put in. But let's get something out of the way first. There was no Dinos and there was no Freddie Potts. There were two players from the senior team that were missing. There's a third one, but I can't remember who that was. Now, the reason why they were missing is because they had a bug, some sort of illness going around, and that's why. So, getting out of the way, don't read anything into the fact that Dinos was missing from this game. But you might want to read in that George Earthy wasn't there. Maybe Earthy's got a bug as well. Fulkrug, who we were told was ready for this game, wasn't on the pitch or wasn't on the bench either. And of course, Todibo, who we didn't kind of expect to be playing either. So those are the players that were missing. Now, look, it was a good game. Interestingly, it was quite a decent game. You know, we went 2-0 up in the first half. James Ward-Prowse got a goal after a really decent move, and Tati Castellanos also got a goal in the first half. And it's good to have, Castellanos start to get used to scoring goals. We've got to make sure that he's ready for the season that's coming up. But the players that impressed me in the first half were Golan Beckes, who played almost the whole game, played the first half and played almost the whole of the second half. James Ward-Prowse, whether you like it or not, James Ward-Prowse had a pretty decent game, and he controlled the midfield. Again, put it in perspective, it's only Stevenage, but nonetheless, he was there, he did well, and hats off to him. I think he's demonstrating that he can actually be a really useful player for West Ham if Nuno decides to keep him. Max Kilman at the back also did well. He was pretty solid, and all things considered, when he was playing alongside Golan Beckes, the youngster, he was controlling and commanding in the back line. Keeper Madrid again had that floating role. In fact, it was quite a fluid midfield where sort of players were sort of switching round, but Madrid did pretty well as well. Now, second half, the player that shone for me was Lewis Orford. He took over that midfield role that James Ward-Prowse was playing, and he's got the same sort of skill. He can pass the ball really, really well. He was doing that throughout the game, passing it really well, and he scored a stunning third goal as well. And he did himself no harm at all in demonstrating what he's capable of doing. Josh Sajala out on the left-hand side was decent. He's got a lot of pace. Seems a bit lightweight, but he's got pace about him. Another player that we might want to look out for. I'm not sure. I said it the other day that I'm not sure that all of these academy players are going to make it into the senior squad, but none of them did themselves any harm. Apart from Cornet and Areola, the rest of the team in the second half were all academy players. Alphonse Areola had a really good game. He pulled off some really, really good saves. But Paul Maxwell Cornet, he finished the game limping. Is there any surprise there? Overall, a good workout. But, like I said, apart from the players that were ill, no Nicholas Fulkrug, no George Earthy, don't know if he's ill or not, but no George Earthy, no Mavropanos because he is ill, and no Todibo, but then I don't think we expected Todibo to be playing in this game. So, look, what do we take from this? We take that the academy players are trying really hard and doing really well to demonstrate to Nuno that one or two of them may deserve a chance in this in the championship coming next season. Pablo running his head like a headless chicken, but not delivering. Tati was sharp. It was good to see him. James Ward-Prowse, it was good to see him in what he played. Hermansen wasn't tested in the first half, so I can't say much about him. Did anybody else shine for me in the first half? Real Madrid, like I said, I think for the second game in a row, he kind of showed that he's also capable of delivering something. And then in the second half, the academy players did themselves no harm at all. Yeah, It was a good workout, but we've got to put it in context. 5-0 win, but put it in context. It was against Stevenage, pre-season friendly, so how much do we read into that? We don't. We read more about what the players have delivered. And for me, the impressive players were, as I've already said, I think Lewis Orford was really, really good. I think La Madrid was really, really good. Whether you like it or not, James Ward-Prowse and Max Kilman were also decent. And Alphonse Areola in goal was decent. And Colin Beckis, the central defender, played well. Let's see what happens in the next game. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I'll be back very soon.